I think we're rolling. 3, 2, 1, action. 60 days ago, I made a decision to actually try making YouTube videos. I think we have this issue that when we want to try something new, it has to be perfect. I struggle with this. I think a lot of people struggle with this. I want to share the results with you. I want to tell you what I've learned and answer the big question. Should you put effort towards YouTube? Is that still a viable path for content creators? Before we start the video, I just came back from a museum, so that's why I'm dressed this way. It's not for you, but now that I think of it, maybe it is. Maybe it is for you. It is for you. I dress nice for you. It's December 21st. There's only a few days left in the year. I'd love to know the goal that you're gonna try to achieve in 2025. I'll tell you what mine is. Mine's gonna be crazy aspirational. Maybe we'll never even hit it, but my goal is to continue to create weekly content on YouTube. And then my goal is to reach 100K on YouTube. I know, it's insane. It's probably not humanly possible, but we're gonna just try. That's my goal. One last thing before we start the video. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you have a great holidays. I hope you're able to spend time with your loved one. And I'm sure there's been many things that you didn't think that you're gonna be able to achieve, but you did it. You're here, you're watching this video. Reflect on this year and be proud of all the things that you achieved. So, all right, there you go. Let's get back into the video. Really quickly, let's take a look at the stats of where we're at currently. Currently, we're at 3,300. We literally just hit 3K last week, and we're already at 3,300. It's really crazy. YouTube is something that I've always really wanted to excel at, but I've just never been able to stay consistent. One day I came across a couple of videos on my YouTube For You page where it's just a person talking to the camera, just like this. And there was very minimal edits. And I was like, I could do that, but because prior to that, usually my YouTube videos would include a lot of edits, a lot of thinking and strategy and blah, 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 blah. But I think in the day and age of TikTok, Reels, Shorts, people want to see content where it feels less filtered, where it feels more genuine. And so I've always wanted to be able to create content where I could just talk about my beliefs, my aspirations, things about personal growth. I just never felt like there was a right opportunity or a right way to approach it until recently. So let's take a look at my YouTube channel. So 60 days ago, I uploaded my first real video within this initiative, and that was what nobody tells you about being a content creator, my struggles and the feelings that I had being someone who's trying in this field. And it seemed to resonate with a good amount of people, which inspired me to continue in this format. And so I thought to myself, okay, I mean, this video seemed to resonate, so that gave me the confidence to continue. And oftentimes as a content creator, you're told that, okay, you gotta create content that provides value. I always thought that value had to be something like, here's a tips and trick, or here's a tutorial on how to do this. And I never realized that just offering my perspective could be value. It could be value to someone who is experiencing the same thing, and maybe they feel alone in the process. And that is value. So I continue to do that. I continue to share a little bit about my struggles as a content creator, what I'm doing to improve, and then just other aspects of my life. And I really enjoyed that because it kept the process of creating content super simple. Whenever we start a new task, I think a lot of us start to kind of build up this sort of barrier of all the things we have to do in order to enter that hobby, whatever it is, whether it's starting YouTube, whether it's starting a new skill. We all want to be the best. It can be hard to start because you're a little bit daunted by the process. I told myself, okay, I just need to be consistent. I just need to share my genuine and offer value, which is by, all the things I just said previously. So if you're asking yourself, should I start? Is it still worth it? I think long story short, I think so. Because here's why. With all the short form content like TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, and anything else out there that I'm missing, these type of content are quick hits, and there's not enough time for your community to really understand who you are. And don't get me wrong, there are content creators that are trendsetters. Certainly from some of the trends, they do become big, but the likelihood of that becoming one of us is probably a little bit slimmer. For us, we got to play the long-term game, which is creating content, building that small community, and allowing it to grow and flourish naturally. When you become big from these trends, it can create a dynamic and set a tone for the content that they expect from you, which you might not even want to continue to create. So I'll give you an example. When TikTok first started, I started creating content about my story. A little bit context to my story. I was born in China. I was burned in a fire. I was abandoned at an orphanage and adopted by an American family. And so I made a video series kind of about that and me trying to potentially find my parents because I don't know who they are. Long story short, that received a lot of attention and it was really cool because a lot of people were supporting this story. What became less cool is as people were providing resources and tips, and I would try those things, my research and search would still lead to nothing. But you would have people continuously asking, hey, where's the update? Did you find your parents? Did you find your parents? Even when you create content that wasn't related to that, people still heavily associated you for the thing that they found you for. It can be advantageous to grow quickly, but it depends on the content that you're creating. And do you want to always be known for that? That story is a part of me, but it isn't all of me. You got to play the long game. And I think YouTube is the platform where you have an opportunity to really connect with people who care. They don't just care for the 2 to 3 seconds that they see you on their For You page. They genuinely care where, they spend a minute to maybe even longer consuming your content. So think about content like that. And you're not going to necessarily see engagement right away, right? I've been doing YouTube passively since 11 years ago, and I've been creating content passively on YouTube ever since, but I've never had the level of consistency that I have now. Back then I cared so much about every single little detail. Everything needs to be perfect. The content just wasn't compelling. You never know what it's going to hit. You never know what video is going to get pushed by the algorithm. So for example, I have this video that's kind of doing pretty decent right now. It took 2 months for it to start pushing further to the algorithm, and I'll tell you which video that is. You should document your life, just hit record. So I published that one, about 2 months ago, and it reached about 1K within the first week, which was really good, but then it kind of flatlined. And then just the past week, it's been doing very well. So now it's almost at, it's at 9.1K. So I think this video is really, it must be really compelling to the audience for it to start growing, which is really cool. It's really validating to know that the effort and consistency that you put towards a video, that people enjoy it, that people are engaging with it. And again, it's just a reminder that you never know what's gonna work. So don't think that just because you publish a video within a week or two even, that's the end of it. It's a good reminder to just think long-term with the content that you create and have fun with it. That's the most important thing, is have fun with the content that you're creating. Nothing is as serious as it seems. Just be you. If you're not sure what type of content to create, think about the videos that you enjoy watching. Think about what you might do to improve those videos. And before you hit record, just write a short little brief outline of what your video is going to look like. That way you know what to say, what to talk about. It's really hard for me to write script for script and make the words feel natural. So I just like to do bullet points. Okay, here's the points I want to make sure I put emphasis on, and then I'll just fill everything else in naturally. Another thing too is the moment you have an idea, even if it's dumb, even if it's stupid, even if you don't have the budget for it, or whatever reason you have, just write it down in your notes. Because what I found is, even though that crazy idea I had might not be doable now, maybe there's an in-between, or maybe by writing that idea, I thought of another idea. And so there's a power of extrapolating your thoughts from here and putting it on paper or your notes app, whatever. There's a million different ways of creating content. And at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you inject your personality through it, because that's truly what's going to make you different from anybody else. Everybody can pick up a camera and hit record, but not everybody can tell a story the way that you tell a story. When you're starting out, you should not be looking to try to be as great as the people up here, because realistically, that's gonna be pretty difficult. But what you can do is be the best version of you in your category. Try to share your personality. That's gonna be what will set you apart from everybody else, right? Because we're all different, we all have different perspectives, aspirations, personalities. The more that you can share your story and integrate your personality into it, I think the more that it's gonna connect with your community. When you try to be like everyone else, you represent nothing. So if you can make your voice known while still, ensuring your content makes sense and offers value, however you define that, I think you're gonna be okay. So that's been my 60-day journey on YouTube, and I've been having a blast. Thank you. If you're one of the people that have been supporting my channel, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And it means a lot to know that the work that you put into creating content and just speaking to the camera, that people appreciate it and enjoy it. So thank you again. Thank you. Today is December 21st, 2024, probably the last video that I make for this year. So I hope you had an amazing year. All right, I'm done yapping. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, a happy new year. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe for more content like this. If you had a good time. Help us reach our goal of hitting 100K so that I can put a plaque, the 100K plaque right here. I know it's gonna happen. It's going to happen. I can assure you that it's going to happen. Drop your New Year's resolution down in the comments. Love to see what you're doing. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.